right, leave it. I've got a headache. You know, you don't sleep properly. I went out with my mate last night. He phoned me out yesterday afternoon, my mate Paul said, you want to come to football, see my local team who I support? I said, where'd you do? He said, Wickham. I thought, great, Wickham Wanderers. No, supports Galatasaray of Turkey, right? I had to fly over there. They were playing CSKA Sofia, and unfortunately, he supports them as well. So we had to stand at one end and go, Galatasaray, run down the other end. Sofia. Oh, it went absolutely crazy. Listen, if you're going out with a woman, make sure you get her name right before you go out on the date, OK? Seriously, ringworm is a horrible disease you get on the back of your hand, all right? Molly's second name is Ringwald, all right? Don't make the mistake that I did, all right? Now, I've got some stuff here. Now, it's something... if you're ever in a relationship, say you're in a relationship and... I don't know, give me an example. Say you're in a relationship, you're both on television, you've stayed young and your wife's got older and older by the day, you know, and you've had enough of it. Then you might try sprinkling it with this. Look at that, a very nice thing there. Break up. It just, just gets rid of it. And another thing I found very interesting, I like to help people, especially my celebrity friends, if they come round. And I've got a very good friend of mine who's been working on a driving test. And she said, can I come round, can I practice? And I said, where? In the grounds of my estate? And she said, no, I could drive my car just around your carpet. And she brought these little signs, these here. So I put these signs up here. And that's my very good friend Jeanette Cranky. Small, you see. If you're having trouble starting a family, and I know a lot of young people out there are, well, first thing, check, have you been doing it? Because sometimes they forget, all right? But if you have and it's not working, you can spend lots and lots of money on the different therapies that you have, IFU, VDK, RSP, whatever they do. Or nip yourself to your local chemist and just get a box of this. I think all you do, add water, and they just spring up there, little kiddie kit. That's absolutely lovely. What have I got in here? Let's have a look what I've got in my cupboard. Oh, well, as you know, I have my friends come round, my celebrity friends, and I like to cater for each taste. So let's say Sting came round, or Krista Berg. Well, there you go, that's the kind of coffee I'd give them. You see? Mellow. Mellow guy, mellow coffee. But hey, what about if Sacha Distel showed up? Well, mellow, yes, but more importantly, you see, French. Of course, always the possibility that Prince Edward's going to turn up, in which case you have to be prepared for that, and you have to cater for him as well. Very, very important. Same thing with this, same thing with... what about if half the cast of the Bill turned up and a couple of lads from London's Burning wanted a bit of toast and butter? Well, there you go, you see. Give them a bit of butter and they'll be very happy. But then what? Who's this at the door? Well, it's Maria Schneider and Marlon Brando. Well, you see, you've got to be something a little bit special for them, haven't you? There you go. It's one for the younger people there. Right, let's see what my family's got on offer over here. And the old dumb waiter lives downstairs, one leg, Welsh. Now, look at that there. Look at that. There you go. Bit of cheese. Oh, and there's some cheese there. And a picture of my very, very good friend, Mr. Earl Spencer. There you go. Oh, I don't know what she's going to come up with there. I really don't. Oh, yes, I see my family. Very funny. Yes, that's a very good Welsh joke you've done there. Look, singles. Right, normally, you're very lucky to find me here because normally I'd be with Yakov, who's my friend. You know Yakov? Greatest disco dancer in the history of the world, Yakov, and he'd be giving me lessons, and normally I'd be out and about. No, Maureen, no, I'm not having a go, sweetheart. You told me it was Gary's 9th birthday and there'd be about 20 of his mates there. And I've given the landlord £15 deposit and he's moaning he's not giving me back. Well, he says damage has been done. No, it's not just felt tips on the wall, Maureen. Well, no, it's much worse than that, isn't it? Here we go. Scandinavian, you see, Yakov, Scandinavian. You probably, if you ever been out there on your holidays, I suppose you people go to Spain, but if you ever go to Scandinavia to the discos, Yakov's the man who taught me everything I know about the dancing. While we're on the subject of dancing, I did make a programme about dancing. And all I can say is, classy programme, classy venue, classy host. Here we go.
welcome to... Thank you. Thank you.
Why are you looking behind you at the people clapping? There you go. That was Simon Bates, and he's going to introduce you to some great dancers.
Welcome to Romeo and Juliet's here in Doncaster for the EMI Yorkshire television final of the Disco Dancing Championships. We've got an amazing half hour for you, and a very warm one as well, because we have 12 finalists, all of whom are aching to get into the final, which happens, of course, in October. We have the exciting sounds of Mike Moran. We have two really fantastic young artists who you may not have seen for you to flip over a little later on. And we also have some doubles disco dancing. But let's get right into it and meet the first of our contestants, because we've got 12 of them. This guy's name is Wilfred Barry.
Before we start with Wilfred Barry, he sounds like rather an elderly gentleman to me. Watch out, Wilfred's actually very good. My favourite, of course, and my very good friend Robert Scott was in. I think he was contestant number 3. And Robert Scott was the man who had it all. He was the great Nearly man of British disco dancing.
And he comes from Huddersfield, and he's 90.
Go on, Wilfred. Off you go, Will. Next.
And here comes Raymond Wilkes, 22 years old, from Leeds.
Right, next one. Watch out for Robert Scott. He was the boy. He could have been a contender.
Now from Scarborough, Robert Scott.
Go on, Rob. Nabbit.
And he is 18-year-old Harry Bissett from York.
Next contestant, by the way, a living proof, and number 6 coming at Alan Collier. Living proof that as long as you can dance, it doesn't matter how ugly you are.
It's hometown time, Doncaster. Alan Collier, 20 years old. Just down the road from Castle for the 21 years old, the first lady is Julie.
Come on for the ladies! You're too young. You don't remember the 70s when we judged a gal just by her thighs. We said, Kate Moss, we said.
But David Bacon from Sheffield.
Oh, mama.
To Hull, 19-year-old Sylvia Murphy from Hull.
Bounce that basketball, Sylvie. Come on, girl. There you go. Bit of a problem coming up, right, with the contestant number 11. I remember, because I produce this show, and Simon's, I've got a bit of a problem here with number 11. Bit of a long name. And I said, well, Simon, your job is to be a professional presenter on the television. Read the name, learn the name, all right? God's sake.
And from Gainsborough, here's Emmanuel A.D. And the last of our contestants is Charles
Charles Beach, who just got a little bit tired halfway through. And Emmanuel A.D., that was it, was it? That's as close as you're going to get. Anyway, off you went. Got a couple of my friends along to judge the thing. Anyway, fella of mine, Kelly... who was I? Can't remember. I think Kelly Temple was in it, certainly, who was a fella I went to Handsome School with. We used to get the same hairdressers, same basic grooming in them days.
Well, there you go. That's the cream of the disco dancers from the Yorkshire television area, I think you'll agree. We've got the problem now of whittling them down from 12 to 6. And, of course, we're not going to leave ourselves alone without experts, because we've got a whole stack of judges, some really first-rate judges, who are going now to work on that business of whittling those numbers down. From Radio Hallam, here's Kelly Turner.
Hi, Kelly.
A gentleman who's joined us all the way from Finland. He's their disco dancing champion, and his name is Jaakko.
Oh, it's Jaakko! Oh, look at him! He looks like the bastard love child of Glenn Hoddle and Stuart Pearce. He's a fantastic dancer, he was.
And since we're in Doncaster, we've got to have one guy from Doncaster.
Sure.
His name is John Preen, and he's the entertainment director for the town. John?
Hey, what a great gig that must be. Entertainments manager for Doncaster. Right, I thought what we'd do next Tuesday, we'd all watch traffic lights change. And then, hey, big summer spectacular, let's give the kids a bath. What are you gonna do?
Well, last but not least, the scrutineer for the British Ballroom Dancing Association, who's going to keep the judges in line. And, of course, the rules here are under the British Skating International rules. And her name, welcome her please, our scrutineer for tonight, Miss Joy Weller.
Hi, Joy.
Well, Joy is the lady who's got to keep those rules going under the international skating system, and she's got quite a problem.
Because there's no skating in the shop. Basically, it's a load of nonsense, right? They don't sell chains, they sell handcuffs, I want a couple of whips, and some of them plastic things that you stick in your mouth like that and pull tight. They never had any of them at all, right? It's complete nonsense as far as I'm concerned. Beautiful. Sorry, I've just a beautiful book. I think every home should have, and that I feature in there is, I don't know if you can see it there, Art of the Western World. Beautiful. And the front cover features Da Vinci's beautiful Madonna and Millsy. Look at that. That's a beautiful, beautiful book, that is. Here's a travel guide that my friend Sarah Maitland has written. You get rough guides to all these different places. She's written a travel guide to this place. Listen, I've been, guys, don't bother. It's the worst holiday you'll ever have. The women just figure it's this place here, look. Virgin territory. Horrible, ugly place. Oh, my crazy feet just won't keep still, ladies and gentlemen. Tell you what I got, let's go over to America. Should we go to America? Metaphorically, obviously. 'Cause I'm not going to pay all your airfare. I mean, I could. But I don't like you, all right? This is me out on the streets with the American police, or the American cops. And this is, I remember one bloke's name. I don't remember his partner's name. Hang on.
My partner and I, Cowboy, have been together for about 11 months.
That's right, Cowboy. That was his partner. That was that like Dennis with the big hat rode a horse? I can't. Oh no, it was a dog.
Assist another unit here. They've got a vehicle stop. They're suspecting there was drugs inside this vehicle, and they called me and my partner Cowboy to come out here and search his vehicle and see if we can't find the drugs that they've hidden inside here.
There you go. So basically, what Cowboy does, he's a drugs dog. Okay, he goes if there's any drugs. Hey, listen, let me tell you this, Johnny Criminal. You can hide them drugs anywhere you want, don't? It's no good to you, because he'll find them. Cowboy will find the drugs, okay?
Vehicle stand no seatbelt. Put him over, pat him down for the plastic. I said, was this dope? Because yeah, it's dope. I said, anything else is in the car? He said, no.
Right, so the Crim has denied there's anything else in the car. He thinks he's one step ahead of the law. No. Because they've got the drugs dog, okay? So he's in trouble deep. Let me tell you the important thing about drugs dog. Give it its rein, it'll find the drugs, but you must talk like an idiot when you're talking to it. If you talk like a normal human being, it won't understand you. Talk like an idiot, and you're on easy street. Look, Cowboy, get them drugs, son.
Come here. Hup. Boy. Here.
I can't help thinking the drugs will be in the car. I don't think your push is going to think, hey, let's put the crack on the roof. Let's take it in the car.
Good boy. Here.
Now we'll see.
That's a good boy! That's a good boy! Check that camel pack that's on the passenger side. That's a good boy! Yeah, the one on the floor. That's a good boy! That's a good boy! He hit on that.
He's got a joint in here.
A joint?
Yep, got a joint in there. Why did you have to call the dog? There's a joint in a packet of cigarettes on the chair. Yeah, we need the dog. We gotta sniff this out. There's a good boy. There you go. But no, Cowboy basically was rubbish. Unless the joint was on full view, Cowboy had no chance at all. Unless, strangely enough, as the years rolled by, they kind of pensioned him off and took him to schools, to the kids, just so the kids wouldn't be frightened of the police and the police's dogs. Did a lot of good community relations work.
Cowboy has found drugs that's been buried into the ground.
No, he hasn't.
A foot and a half has found drugs that's been hidden in cars. He's had a lot of finds in his career.
By the way, it's all right to lie to kids, don't worry. No, he's just, you know, public relations dog now.
To bring him up here, and let's give him a great big hand for being here today.
Yeah, go on, Cowboy. Well done for finding the school.
He's hidden some things in this room, so that he can find them. You gotta be very quiet, very quiet.
There you go. Now they know he's not going to bite you. Lovely. Don't be frightened of the dog.
Let's get it so that you can see, so everyone can see. Uh-oh, he found something. Look at he's turned around.
Cowboy, show me the drugs. Show me the drugs. Wow, good boy. Good boy, Cowboy. Okay, why don't you come up to the front with us here? I don't remember giving this young lady any of our drugs here. Come on, Cowboy. What Cowboy has told me is that there might be some drugs in this young lady's backpack. Okay, what Cowboy has found is marijuana inside this young lady's backpack. How did that get in there?
I do not know.
Okay, well,
Wait, now I remember. Last Friday I went to the movies and I left my bag.
Yeah! Hey, kid, you're going to jail. That's my favourite little drug dog. But hey, do you want to come with me? Do you want to come back to Yorkshire? Do you want to come back to Romeo and Juliet's? Yeah, play that funky music, white boy. Here we go. We're back. We've just met the scrutineer. Let's see. We've finally it down, basically. We had these 12 contestants. We then got to a rather difficult stage. We got it down to 6. It was Kelly Temple, me and Jakob who did the judges and the entertainments manager, but he had to go off because it was the big opening of the public toilet. And we whittled it down to 6 finalists. Do you remember David Bacon? He did a very fine dance. Apparently some of his mates came, had a word, said he was making a bit of a prat of himself, and anyway, let's see.
Now the moment has come. The judges have worked it out. It's 12 down to 6. Here are the 6. And there's going to be a few cheers backstage, I think. First of all, number 10, Sylvia Murphy. Hey! Number 6, Alan Collier. Alan?
How did he get in the final?
Number 11, Emmanuel A.D.
Yay!
It's not Emmanuel at all, it's Errol Brown, I'm quite sure. Number 9, Gillian Barker. Number 2, Raymond Wilkes.
There you go. And,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to make up the 6, it's number 8, David Bacon. David. Have we got 8 David Bacon? He's gone. He's going to let me go home.
this is live television. David is left the building. Okay, fine. So David doesn't want the prize. And didn't David make a bit of an idiot of himself? Because he might be, I don't know that he'd have won. I think Emmanuel A.D. was favourite. I'm sure he won, as far as I remember. But David could have got the runners-up prize, something like that. Because I'll tell you this, kids, in them days, competitions, they was worth winning. Whew.
A word about the prizes for the runner-ups or the runners-up. There is 50 quid in cash, plus home hi-fi stuff worth a small fortune.
50 quid in cash. Plus home hi-fi stuff. It's a magazine, all right? Home hi-fi stuff. God, this is 1970s. I genuinely can't remember. I'm sure it was Emmanuel AD that went, or we could have gone for the kind of sexist thing and voted for one of the women. I can't remember. What I do remember is that when it comes to maintenance announcement of this type, Simon is the man. Is, was, and will ever be the governor when it comes to the big showbiz announcement.
It's eyes rolling time. Shh! The winner of the Yorkshire Disco Dancing Championship is Alan Collier. Oh, beautiful. Alan. Fantastic. So Alan Collier gets to go to London for the finals. I want to see a world champion out of you.
Alan Collier in his ridiculous gold lame suit and his idiotic hair. As Simon said, well, I can't remember, went to London to be in the final, want to see what, I don't know if he won in London. I genuinely can't remember what happened to the man when he got to London. But anyway, good luck to him. As for me, I've got to go because, hey, Yakov's waiting. Get down!